Hi, so here's my first project for this month. Very quick. I only received the total package 2 days ago, but as soon as I opened it I had this idea of kind of a black and white and red Valentine's card. So the products that I'm using is the new embossing folder of the month, which I love. That is amazing. I have used the clear stamp of the month, just this small sentiment here saying like "Be my Valentine." That I've just used that, and the glimmer of the month, which you had me at hello, was just perfect. I love it. So I've already hot foiled You Had Me at Hello and cut it out using the enclosed die on both black and white. So those are the 3 products. Over here in the corner you can see some little gems, which I didn't have any red gems, so what I've done is I've just taken some clear ones, and then I'm using my Arteza Everblend art marker in, what number is it? 8410 Rose Red. So yeah, I can't get it to focus, but yeah, so I've basically just coloured the gems in front and back, top and bottom, whatever, to make them a nice red card to go. Sorry about that, Siri decided I must have moved me wrist at a funny angle. I'm going to take my watch off now. What I've done, as I've already said, I have already prepared all the pieces that I need for this, or these cards, because there's actually 2, because I wasn't sure whether it was going to look great in the black or the white. I have hot foiled You Had Me at Hello in the red foil which came with the kit, on both black and white. The red on the black isn't showing up so good on the camera, but it does show up really well in person, and maybe that's just, yeah, there you go, the way I've caught the light. So I've cut out these are using the glimmer plus the enclosed die that came with the glimmer. Then I've chosen some square card bases. These are already pre-made card blanks, which are allegedly 6 by 6, but when you actually measure them, they're about 5 3/4 by 5 7/8. So I have squared them off at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I've already prepped the card blanks with that "Be My Valentine" sentiment stamped in the middle, and as usual, it's for me, I've put my company stamp on the back, because I know I autograph every card, and I choose a colour which is sympathetic to what's going on the card design. So in this particular case I will sign my initials in there using that red pen, that Everblend marker. So there's my 2 card bases, and that's a top folding 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 card. So then I wanted a matted layer, because obviously just sticking that on the front is going to look dull. So what I have done is I've gone black and white. So I've made 2 panels which I've run through the embossing folder of the month. That's fabulous, isn't it? It's just absolutely fabulous, which gives a lovely texture. So yeah, now looking at this, I think what I am possibly going to do is add a tiny little black matte layer on that one. We've already got the contrast there, or possibly cut a whole square of black to make the card front black. I think that's probably the answer. So I've run them through the embossing folder, and then I've cut these panels down to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, because these are going to be really quick, simple cards. And then obviously black and white, You Had Me at Hello. That's how the design is going to go, and then I'm going to scatter these gems. But the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make a black mat for this card, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done is, didn't do a mat as such. I made a full size black. Do you know what? It's not quite full size. I've measured it wrong. Well, we'll sort that. I'm just going to trim the bottom off. So that I made a full panel for the front of the card, which is going to stay just plain without embossing. Then on that one, I'm going to add the white, and I'm going to add the heart. So it's simply just a case of sticking them all together. I think for the oops, what I'm going to do is use my tape runner. I can put my hands on it. There it is. I'm going to use a tape runner to affix certainly this one and trim it to size. So okay, so I'm lining them up on the desk, sticking them down, and then I'm going to trim along that bottom so that we don't have a white line. So there we've got the black card trimmed. I'm going to add I'm going to use tape runner for this as well. Make this one flush, and then add the heart, possibly with a bit of dimension. I'm going to have a look at it and see once I've got this on, see what I think. Make sure it's opening the right way. Yes, it is. Okay, that's that. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to bother. But what I am going to do is, in fact, you know what? I'm just going to stick with the tape runner. I was going to use liquid glue. Obviously, I need that for. Put lots and lots of tape runner on here to make sure it sticks well, because obviously it's going onto an embossed surface, so you need to make sure it's got plenty of tack. I think that'll, oh, stuck to my finger. So I'm going to basically, I'm only just eyeballing this, but the embossing pattern really does give you a hand in terms of where to position things, because you can use this pattern to kind of line things up beautifully. So there's one, and we're going to do the same with this one. Obviously this one doesn't require the first layer because the card base is already white, so it's going to be slightly thinner. I've got the wavy lines going on this morning. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoops. Yeah, glued the desktop and everything. I'm on fine form. Okay, that's that stuck on. It's super quick. Super quick card, but they look amazing. I'm a big fan of stock contrast. Obviously I need to put my red jewels on. I think I kind of like this one the best, actually. I mean, they're both okay, but I think I really do like that one the best. So right, I've basically done 5 gems for each card. because I like odd numbers as well. Not entirely sure why. I just like odd numbers. Oops. So for each one, and let's say they have been coloured in using a just using an alcohol marker of any description you can choose. So I have I'm clearing the desk a bit. So I've been having a bit of a play around while my battery died, and basically just positioning these little jewels. So I've kind of done it in a straightish line through the diagonal, so it looks a bit like an arrow going through the heart. Just giving it a tiny bit of bling. That's all it needs, because the card is it's just so striking as it is. I personally don't think it needs any more than that. It's simple and to the point. Lovely little Valentine's card. So now I just need to stick all my jewels on, which I will do now. For that I am using art glitter glue, just because it's what I've got to hand, and it's a good tacky adhesive which dries nice and clear. Oops. And it's perfect for these little tiddly, because you can do really tiny dots really of glue so for tiny little embellishments like this it's perfect. So I'm actually going to put that a little bit closer in, because there was a teeny weeny bit of foil there which I've now covered up with the gem. It's always good when you can cover up your mistakes. Oh, that's not much of a blob. Let's try that. And watch Kathy Zilski. Every time I start doing this, it makes me want to do a boop, but I can't do it the same as her, so I'm not going to bother. So that's that one done, and we'll do the same here. So way back when I was working for the local county council I was a minute taker for the child protection team, and I injured my wrist, which is why I've got this beautiful scar here. It was actually the tendon in my thumb. I had to have about 3 operations on the thing, and I am right-handed. So as a result, for several months I was in plaster following these operations. But the net result of that is I'm now kind of a bit ambidextrous, because my right hand was out of action for so many months that I had to learn to use my left hand. When you're card making, it doesn't half come in handy. So right, so that is it. That's all I'm doing, because I just think they are absolutely striking. What a lovely card. So you've got the 2 options, white on black or black on white, with a tiny splash of red. But I definitely love this one. I love that with the black on the white. That is for sure, that is my favourite, definitely. So that is the 2 finished cards. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I'd much appreciate it. Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye.